have former Prime Minister Helen Clark on the line. Are you there?
I'm here, John.
Where in the world are you? I think we woke you up, did we? Where are you?
No, you didn't, because I'm a late night owl, but I am in Canada.
Well, we're delighted to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us. I always struggled to call you, and I always thought you were Prime Minister for so long, I just wanted to call you Prime Minister. If you were a US President, you'd still be President, Clarke, right, forevermore. But look, thank you.
But this is New Zealand, right?
Yeah, right. Jacinda Ardern is a mum, and she has so often cited you as a mentor, as somebody she looked up to, as someone who inspired her. What does this mean to have a Prime Minister having a baby whilst in office?
Well, I think actually it's a very proud day for Jacinda and Clarke, and I fully congratulate them on the new arrival to the family. But it's also a great day for New Zealand because we're setting the pace again. Jacinda is our third woman Prime Minister, but clearly the first to give birth while in office. And I think it sends a message to young women in our country and hopefully further afield that you can combine career and motherhood. I also want to celebrate Clarke as a role model for young fathers as well, because he's saying, well, I'm going to be looking after this baby. So really both of them very modern young parents, and I think a fine example to young people in New Zealand, and hopefully inspirational far beyond New Zealand's shores.
It's also a message. You were a message that women can do anything. It's trite and facile, and our younger listeners will be thinking, what the hell is this old guy even on about? But you were a message that women can do anything. Jacinda Ardern is a message that women can do anything. But it's about choice, isn't it? It's about being who you want to be, right?
That's right, and Jacinda's done it her way, and what a remarkable story to go from, in 7 weeks from being made the leader of the Labour Party, leader of the opposition, to getting a credible election result. A few weeks after that, she's Prime Minister. Then the surprise pregnancy, but hey, she's taken it in a stride, and I think New Zealanders have taken it in their stride, and all they care about, I think, is A, that she's happy, and B, they know she'll be back on the job. And, all round, I think we're showing huge maturity as a country about this.
I was in the gallery when Jim Bolger was Prime Minister, and obviously I followed very closely as a current affairs interviewer and all of that sort of thing when you were Prime Minister and TV3's political host. And I don't think people realise how hard Prime Ministers work. I mean, what you were doing, you were regularly doing 15, 17, absurdly long days, 17-hour days, 15-hour days. It's bloody tough, that job, isn't it?
Well, it is a tough job, but and Jacinda's already found that out, I think, in the last few months. But yeah, I mean, it's full on. On the other hand, if you don't make time for yourself, your partner, your family, you're not going to be a very happy human being either. So it's really a question of time management, and I think she's a good time manager. She'll find a way through it, and I think with a very supportive partner like Clarke, who's playing more than a full role as a parent, it'll work out.
While we've got you, can I ask you what you make of global politics at the moment? I don't want to drop you in it. We've called you late in Canada, and we've called you to discuss a woman who regards you as a role model and an inspiration, becoming a mum. But what do you make of what's going on the global political stage?
Well, I used to say that volatility is the new normal, but I didn't quite expect it would get to this. It's really the most extraordinary series of political events we've seen in a long, long time. I mean, there were those heady days when the Soviet Union collapsed, the Berlin Wall came down, but this isn't cataclysmic of that kind, but it is a very, very disruptive time with you can no longer use the words unbelievable about things happening because the unbelievable does happen fairly regularly.
Yeah, it sure does. Former Prime Minister Helen Clark, thank you so much for being immediately available and passing on your delighting congratulations to Jacinda Ardern and Clarke Gayford. We really appreciate your time, and It's a lovely note, celebrating a new life, a new Kiwi life, a Kiwi baby girl in a world in which women can and, of course, constantly do anything. What a lovely note to end the program on.